Now the students, please find out the question 2, which says find a quadratic polynomial each with given numbers as the sum and product of its zeros respectively. This is in exercise 2.2, and in this question 2 we have total 6 sub-questions. In the previous cases, the equation was given, that is quadratic polynomials were given, and we were asked to find out the zeros and then verify also. But in this question, they have given us the zeros, and now they want us to find out the quadratic polynomial in each case. The first question is 1 by 4 and other one is minus 1. 1 by 4 is itself sum of zeros and minus 1 is product of zeros. And we know very well the sum of zeros is equal to minus b by a. And we write down sum of zeros, which is 1 by 4, which is equal to minus b by a. Now the value of b, that is minus b, is equal to 1, or b is equal to minus 1. We shift minus to the other side, and a is equal to 4. These are the two values of b and a. And product of zeros equals c by a. And this is minus 1. And in the denominator you don't have anything, so put 1 is equal to c by a. And minus 1 is in place of c, and 1 is in place of a. Therefore, c's value is equal to minus 1. A value is 1. Now you can see that the value of a is 4 as well as 1. When we have these two different values of a, you cannot form the quadratic equation for the given question. Therefore, you have to equal them. How do we do that? Here, minus 1 by 1, you can multiply 4 so that you get value of a as 4. Minus 1 by 1 into 4, both to the numerator and to the denominator, which will be minus 4 upon 4. That means which is equal to c by a. Now the value of c is equal to minus 4 and value of a is 4. See, this is a and this is c. Now this value is invalid. Now you have to take these two values. Now in summary, we have a, which is equal to 4, b is equal to minus 1, and c equals minus 4. Now these are the values of a, b and c. With this we can form the quadratic equation. We know very well the general form is ax square plus bx plus c. This is the quadratic polynomial. Now we know the value of a, which is 4. So put 4 and then x square, put plus as it is. B, here it is minus 1. Put minus 1 and then put x as it is, plus 6 plus c. C is minus 4. Whenever you have plus or minus, please ensure that you put brackets so that you get the correct answer. Now it is equal to 4x square, plus into minus is minus x, and again plus into minus, minus 4. Now this is the equation required for us. Now we move on to the second question. Now the second question is root 2 and 1 by 3. Now root 2 is the sum of zeros, which is equal to minus b by a. Root 2 is equal to minus b by a. Root 2 is the sum of zeros as per the question. That's what we have written here. In the denominator, you don't have anything, so put 1. Here, the value of minus b is equal to root 2, or b is equal to minus root 2. Then a is having 1 as value. These are the two values of A and B. Now we move on to product of zeros, which will be equal to C by A. And we know in the question product of zeros is 1 by 3. Let us write down that 1 by 3 is equal to C by A. C is 1, A is 3. C is 1, A is 3. Here again we have the same problem, that the A has two values 1 and 3. You need to multiply 3 to root 2 by 1 so that you get A value as 3. Let us write down that root 2 by 1 into 3 by 3 is equal to 3 root 2 upon 3. This is minus B by A, that is this one. Here we took minus B by A, which is equal to root 2 by 1, and we multiplied 3 to the numerator as well to the denominator, and we got this. Thereby A value becomes 3 in both the cases. You can see this is now invalid. We have minus B equal to 3 root 2 and A equal to 3. In this case B is equal to minus 3 by 3 root 2. This is one value of B and this is A value. And finally you have A 3, B is equal to minus 3 root 2 and C is equal to 1. So we have three values. Now we can form the equation, which is general form is x square plus bx plus c, and you know in place of A you have 3x square plus b is minus 3 root 2 into x plus c is 1. Now this is equal to 3x square plus into minus is minus 3 root 2 into x plus 1. So this is the quadratic polynomial to the question number 2. So we move on to the third question. Third question is 0 and root 5. Here we know the sum of zeros is equal to minus b by a, which is 0 equals minus b by a. Now we don't have anything in the denominator, so you can put 1. By putting 1, the value of 0 remains 0 only. Now the value of b, that is minus b, is equal to 0, or b is again 0. As I said, if you even transfer minus this side, 0 doesn't accept it, so b value is 0 and a value is 1. These are two values we have, and then we go on to product of zeros, which is equal to c by a. In the question, root 5 is the product of zeros, which is equal to c by a. In the denominator you don't have anything, put 1. Thus the value of c becomes root 5 and value of a becomes 1. We have 1 as a value and here also we have 1 as a value. So we can form the quadratic polynomial. Let us write down the standard format, that is ax square plus bx plus c. This is the standard and general form of quadratic polynomial. In place of a you have 1, that is equal to 1 x square plus b value is 0 into x plus c is root 5. Now simplify, you get x square plus 0 plus root 15. Now this need not be written, so we simplify further, x square plus root 15. This is the quadratic polynomial of this question. Now we move on to the fourth question. The fourth question is 1 and 1. Fourth is 1 and 1. That means 1 is sum of zeros and 1 is product of zeros. Let us write down that. Minus b by a. 1 upon 1 is equal to minus b by a. Why we wrote 1 here? To find the value of a. Now minus b is equal to 1 or b is equal to minus 1 and a is equal to 1. See, this is in place of a and this is in place of minus b. Right? Now these are the two values we have. Similarly, we move on to product of zeros, which is equal to c by a. And this is also 1. And in the denominator, you can write down 1 as it is and write down c by a in the RHS. Now, in place of c you have 1 and in place of a you have 1. Therefore, the value of c is equal to 1, a is also 1. These are the values. You can see that value of a is 1 in the first case and it is again 1 in the second case. Therefore, you can now form the quadratic polynomial, which is ax square plus bx plus c, and this is the general form. And now we substitute the values of a, b, c. You get a is 1 x square plus b. You have minus sign, therefore you put bracket into x plus c. C is 1. Now simplify, you get x square plus into minus c is minus x plus 1. Now this is the quadratic polynomial of this question. Now we move on to sub question 5. The fifth question is minus 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. Sum of zeros is equal to minus b by a. Here minus 1 by 4 is sum of zeros. Let us write down that minus 1 by 4 is equal to minus b by a. Now what is b value here? B value will be, let us write down that minus b is equal to minus 1 or b is equal to 1. You can cancel minus and minus either side. Then b value will be equal to 1 and a has the value of 4. Write down that a is equal to 4. Now these are the values of a and b. Now let us write down the product of zeros, which is equal to c by a. And in the question, product of zeros is given 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is equal to c by a. Therefore, c is equal to 1 and a is equal to 4. That means 1 is in place of c and 4 in place of a. That's how you got value of c and a. Here you can observe that a value is 4 in both the cases. Therefore, you can now straight away go to the formation of the quadratic polynomial. That we know a x square plus bx plus c is the form. And now substitute the values of all a, b, c in this equation. A is 4. Put 4x square plus b. B is 1. 1 into x plus c is again 1. Simplify this, you get 4x square plus x plus 1. So this is the quadratic equation of the question. Now we move on to the last question, which is sixth question. Sixth question is 4 and 1. Sum of zeros is equal to minus b by a. And we know sum of zeros is nothing but 4 equals minus b by a. In the denominator you don't have anything, so put 1. And now we know the value of minus b is equal to 4 or b is equal to minus 4. That is, minus is transferred to the RHS. So b takes the value of minus 4 and a is equal to 1. Now go to the product of zeros. We know that it is equal to c by a. Now 1 is the product of zeros Write down that 1 upon 1. When we don't have anything in the denominator, put 1, that is equal to C by A. C is equal to 1, A is equal to 1. C is equal to 1, A is equal to 1. That means now the value of A in both the cases is 1. Therefore, you can now go for the formation of the quadratic polynomial, which is ax square plus bx plus c. In place of a, you have 1 into x square plus b is minus 4. As I said, put the bracket so that you don't go wrong. Into x plus c. C is 1. Simplify now. X square plus into minus is minus 4x plus 1. So this is the quadratic polynomial for this question. Now, boys, we have completed question number 2 of 2.2. With this, exercise 2.2 is over. We will do the exercise 2.3 in the next video.